for us. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Well, if you would let me talk.
2, 1, mark. Take a walk, jackass. Just let me know if he's coming from behind me, all right?
Yeah, with a couple of shower chances by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And thanks for the hard-to-get applause, Nicole and Kevin. Yes.
How's that, Carol? Is that good enough for you? Okay, well, I'll try a little harder next time. Thanks so much. Meanwhile, a high-speed chase.
I think the lady expressed herself, and you're not here, you're there. Is there any question you'd like me to ask her?
No, I'll give you lessons on how to become a reporter.
Well, I'll give you some lessons on how to be an editor, because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were, and are no longer. How did that happen?
Well, I don't know.
So come on and listen. What do you got to lose? It's DJ Uncle Robbie with That Shed Show, and this is Bad News.
Yeah, Joe, bad news. Well, it's the news intro, and it's called Bad News because usually news is bad. If it bleeds, it leads, right? So, right. So that's why I decided to name it that. But actually, I guess this news story, you covered it on your show. I guess it's not necessarily bad because the guy survived, right?
That's right.
A man who spent 3 days trapped in an air pocket of a sunken ship was discovered by drivers, turning a search for dead bodies into an incredible rescue operation. So he was one of the guys that they were looking for, but it was a surprise. They thought he was going to be dead.
They thought everybody was dead, yes.
Interesting. He is a big black man, boy.
Yeah, he's a big black dude at the bottom of the ocean.
You see? That's why we don't like water, boss.
What the fuck are you doing?
Only because, listen, in my defense, because he's a big black dude. He reminds me of that, except for he's got hair, he's not bald. He reminds me of the dude from the Green Mile. He reminds me of the dude from the Green Mile. Boss, I told you we don't like the water. So I'm going to assume it, he was from Africa, just because they were in Africa. I'm not stereotyping at all. I'm just saying. And he was lost in sea. And like Joe says, listen, that motherfucker survived. He was a survivor. He wanted to live. He found an air pocket. I'm not even that smart to do that. I'm like, what the fuck's an air pocket? Once you were in the water, you were done. That was it. You learned to breathe or you get up above water. I didn't know you could find an air... Well, I mean, I understand it. It's on the ship, right? Yeah. He just found a spot on the ship. And how long was he stuck there, did it say? He's 29 years old. He was a chef on the Jaskin 4. And
so I know he was a chef working on a tugboat. That's probably a fancy way of calling him a cook.
What do you mean? He can't be a cook? He can't be a chef, I mean?
I'm just saying, I know they got chefs on tugboats, Bobby.
There was no chef on the tugboat in Disney World, I'll tell you that. There was no kitchen at all. You just sat there and you could take one to go to and that's what we did the last day. The last day we had to go there, we went to Magic Kingdom the last time. We went there the first day, and we went to Magic Kingdom the last day. And you could take, when you get through there, you can actually take the ferry to the tugboat. Well, I don't know. I guess is a ferry and a tugboat different?
When I was there, yes, Bobby, yes.
All right, so mine wasn't a tugboat. Mine was a ferry.
When I was in California, they had this ride that you get in these submarines. And you get on them like on the land, and then like they take you underwater. You see all these fake fish and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool. They got places now. It's real fish, but I didn't see no submarine.
These all run on track. It was, I don't know. Then they had I don't know. It was just cool. That was fucking 25 years ago. I was there too.
That was, yeah, I mean, they change up so much, but that's basically all it is. Every ride, they'll consider it a ride. I'll call it a ride, but a lot of them are just, like my oldest son's scared to death of rides. Big rides, fast rides. Doesn't like anything fast, and he's certainly skeptical on things with tracks because he associates that with roller coasters. So we were trying to explain to him that, like, nowadays at Disney, everything, like a lot of the things that used to be walkthroughs aren't walkthroughs anymore. You sit down and it goes through, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily a ride. They call it a ride, but really it's a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just...
It's a small world.
Yeah. All of them have that. They just
Even Pirates of the Caribbean is like a ride through.
Yeah, it's not like that's where we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was one drop, one little drop. It wasn't even that bad of a drop. Most of it was just a show.
That's right.
They got the Anna, whatever the Anna.
And the fume, the log ride there with the rare rabbit and stuff. You know what I mean? Did you go on that where you get in the log and they float you through? And
The Viking one, yeah, I went on the Viking one.
And then they drop you down the big drop in the log?
No, the Viking one didn't have, I think, the Viking one had a couple, like 2 drops. It was basically just like Pirates of the Caribbean, though, but it was Vikings. So I don't know if it's the same thing. Probably not. So no, I don't think I've ever been on that.
Well, in California, I forget what it's they call them a fume ride. And they're basically, I know you've seen them, like you get in the log, they float you through, and then at the end they drop you down a big hill. And then you make a big splash at the bottom, and the people in the back all get wet.
Yeah, basically, in the end, a flume ride is basically a roller coaster on water.
That's right.
You know, and yeah, they had one at Clement Park, but it wasn't very scary. The scariest part on that ride was when you're coming around the corner, the corner piece. We never knew. None of us as kids understood if it was missing for a reason, but it looked like there was a piece missing. So when you turned the corner, you felt like your boat might go over.
Yeah, I think that's just the visual effect to give you that shock.
Yeah, probably.
Trust me, there would be no pieces missing in Disney.
Well, no, this was Clement Park. A lot different.
Oh, well.
Clement Park's here in New Jersey. It's like not even like nothing like Six Flags. It's a little park, you know. I used to work there actually, and this will tell you about their credibility. I told them I used to work at a carnival, and they were like, "You're hired." They loved it. So,
There you go.
yeah, they thought that was amazing. Oh, you worked at a carnival? You know your shit.
That means you can live on candy apples and cotton candy.
Yeah, they were like, "You're hired right away." And then it rained for a week, and I never went back. Granted, this was in my 20s, you know, where I had no work ethic yet. I was still learning. I didn't get a work ethic till I was in my late 20s, early 30s, when I moved to South Carolina. That's when I got my work ethic. And I blame that all on my grandmother. She never wanted me to work. She wanted me to stay home with her and hide under her teats. Yeah. You know, she was lonely. She was a lonely old woman. My grandpa died when I was 2, so, you know, she had men visit her, you know.
She was getting raped.
Yeah, but she didn't have like that. She didn't have a 24-hour company, so that was my job.
Yeah, mate. Bobby's grandmother used to have sex. I'm just saying.
Isn't that weird? No, it's weird. Like your grandma had sex. That's weird. That's true. Deb's got a point.
Typical Debbie fashion. Now she's talking about how her grandmother had sex. It's always, you know what we talk about. It's always about Debbie's ancestors. I think I lost it.
Who? Me? I'm here.
Lost it.
I'm just listening to somebody climb up the fucking stairs.
Deb's wearing her clogs, her hose clogs.
Jesus Christ. She walks like my fucking kids. They walk like they're 500 pounds and they weigh fucking 100 pounds soaking wet.
That's what I call the Debbie's hose clogs.
my show, Debbie! That's right, and the perfect timing, because we could segue out to that after I was wondering what I wanted to play out to, and that's perfect. We'll play out to It's a Special Fight, starring Andy Bong, because, well... I
just want to say legalize cocaine.
Joe, go listen to the show. It was very obscure, Joe, so if you want to plug this, you should plug this, but we'll get the clip. You were on the Andy Bong show last night, but it wasn't the Andy Bong show.
It's Exact FM News.
Exactly. So, so go to Exact FM News.
That's what I found out last night, that Deshaun Porter is running for president in 2016.
Right, and I'm voting for him.
I'm working for him.
Are you? Are you passing out flyers or what? What are you doing?
I'm going to do whatever he needs me to do. I will be there. I will be there for him because I like what he's saying. He believes in the people.
Well,
For whatever reason he wants to wipe out Israel,
I don't know. Who cares about that? If that makes him happy and it'll get some laws passed that we want passed, like, you know, legalization of marijuana and prostitution.
I did ask him about drug awareness.
How's he feel about that? I heard a little bit of the talk. I'm going to go back and listen to it.
Well, I told him that when I called the department, they had no idea where I could get drugs. And I said, when you become president, will you be able to make it so I'll be able to find out where I can get good drugs? And he said that he wanted to come back to that at another time at another press conference.
Okay, all right. And at this other press conference where you touched on the big issues, let's try to get him to legalize prostitution as well. You think he'll go for that?
I asked him about hookers and drugs. If
Yeah.
I come down to Mississippi, would he be able to hook me up with hookers and drugs? And then Andy told him not to answer that.
Oh, Andy says, what was it called? Andy Bong's his,
Handler, I guess.
yeah, handler or whatever. He tells him what to say and what not to say. Suggests.
Then Rick started asking him about Iran being our closest ally and stuff.
So, Joe, always on the ball. I've said that I really wanted to have Andy Bong on our side, and Joe took it upon himself to take the reins and do so. That's why he's the brains of the operation.
I make shit happen here.
That's right. So,
That's because I'm a veteran. I've been around forever.
so we'll see y'all soon. We got to go.
Masturbation time.
Right, and we'll be back tonight, hopefully.
We're going to go turn our cameras on and look at each other's eyes while we jerk off.
On Joe's account, if we're lucky. Right, Joe?
Yeah.
You're working on that, right?
My fucking password.
All right. Cheers.
Hello. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to fight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm unleashing all hell. I'm unleashing all our war against Dino, Rick, and Guy Shay. That's right. You mess with one of my friends, now I'm coming for ya. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a fight. We have Pumpkin Face in the first corner. We have Dino in the second corner. We have Rick in the third corner, and we have Guy Shay. The four stupid heads that is mean to Debbie Daly on her show. That's true. She is mean. I'm gonna read some blog tests that Dino said Guy Shay said on her show. I listened to Guy Shay's show. He's the meanest son of a bitch ever. Hello. Oh, Pumpkin Face is sad because he can't call because his little daddy is on his way. Oh, poor Pumpkin Face. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's right. Rick, Dino, wait a minute, hold it. Let me see if Dino is in the chat. Let me go to my offline. I have 2 Skype chats right now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I have 2 Skype chats. Oh, poor Dino. Let's see if Dino can answer. Oh, maybe his mama needs to tuck him in at night. Tuck him in at night and give him a bottle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Dino is in. Oh, wait a minute. Dino is grade 2. Oh, poor Dino. You know what? Yeah, that's right. They're a bunch of chickens because they don't want to fight. Because they're scared to death. They are. And this Desiree girl